What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So it's time for the final. It's been an extremely rocky, bumpy road for us to get to Baku, but we finally did it. Obviously, we bettered what we did last season, which was to go out of the competition in the semi-finals. But this year, we find ourselves in the final against Chelsea with an opportunity to obviously play in the Champions League next season, which is the most crucial part about this particular final that we're taking part in. Of course, we need to win it, but the end result will be Champions League football, and I do believe, apart from obviously winning a trophy, that is the crucial reason that we do need to go out and win this particular cup. Unai Emery, we've spoken about him over the months in regards to the pedigree that he brings to this particular competition. Very tactically astute in terms of actually setting up his teams for this particular competition, and essentially no one gave us a chance in certain fixtures that we played along the way to get to the final, which we will be reviewing in terms of the road to the final, in terms of the games that we played, the results that we obtained to get to this particular point. But fantastic achievement for Unai Emery in his first full season at Arsenal to find himself in a cup final. Obviously, if the pressure wasn't that severe, if Arsenal had qualified for the Champions League through the league, then this would have been an added bonus in terms of actually getting to a cup final. This may certainly be tainted by the fact that if we don't win the final, fans may certainly look at this season as a failure in regards to missing out on Champions League football. I will consider that as a failure personally, of course, but let's not take away from the fact that it is a fantastic achievement from his first full season to reach a major cup final, if you want to call the Europa League that. Of course, there's either matter of the noisy neighbours playing in the Champions League final. Fingers crossed, and I do pray to God that they don't win the final. It would be completely unbearable, but we'll deal with that once we get to that particular bridge. So in terms of the road to the final, we did face some tricky fixtures along the way, some weird results really, that we ended up losing games that I wasn't really expecting to be losing. So we'll look at the fixtures from the round of 32 in terms of the fixtures Arsenal took part in. So if we look at the first game that we played in the last round of 32, that was against Borisov Bate. We lost 1-0 away. Now, I'm sure you all remember that result. Terrible result, but as usual, turned it around at home and we ended up winning that tie 3-1 on aggregate. So that was nearly a banana skin in terms of a slip up waiting to happen. We move on to the last round of 16. We went to Rennes away in France, and awful results that evening. I remember watching the game, and we made Rennes and Ben Arfa and Co and we made them look absolutely phenomenal, made them look like world beaters. We came away with a 3-1 defeat. Absolutely horrendous evening. At that particular point, I was thinking, well, we're out of the competition now. There's no chance of us coming back. Took it back to the Emirates. We ended up winning again 3-0 on the evening to win 4-3 in aggregate. We started to get to the business end of the competition itself in the quarterfinals. Faced Napoli at home first. We won 2-0 in that particular fixture. We went away to Naples and we won 1-0 on that evening. I believe it was a Lacazette free kick. Fantastic result overall in those two legs. And we obviously find ourselves in the semi-finals, which was most recently, and again, those two fixtures not particularly easy to watch. It wasn't easy viewing. We ended up winning 7-3 on aggregate against Valencia, which would have been the team a lot of people fancied to beat Arsenal, but we proved everyone wrong, and essentially we've ended up finding ourselves in the final against Chelsea, who have had a fantastic run really in the cup. I'm not going to take that away from them, but find ourselves in the final. Some team news really to actually look at and discuss. Obviously, Danny Welbeck has been seen training. His contract's coming to an end. Is he going to make a start? I don't believe he should be starting the game. Of course, this is what a lot of people are discussing on social media. It will be sort of a nostalgia sort of thing if we do end up starting him in this particular game. I don't think he's ready, and I don't believe he warrants a starting position. There's players that have played all the way throughout the competition that would want to start this particular final. So Danny Welbeck, yes, fit, travelled with the squad, fantastic. Does it warrant a starting position? No, I don't believe he should be starting. Of course, it'd be a lovely goodbye if he comes on and scores and replicate those scenes against Leicester. It'll be absolutely brilliant. Some other team news: we've got Hector Bellerin obviously not fit, Rob Holding not fit, Denis Suarez potentially going back to Barcelona, Aaron Ramsey injured, but he will be travelling with the squad. We also know that Mkhitaryan won't be taking part in his cup final, so he will be certainly missed within the squad. Makes a great squad player. Hasn't really hit the ground running for the club since he joined in January in that swap deal for Alexis Sanchez, but will make a great squad player in the team. Unai Emery does utilise him quite well, but of course everyone else seems fit. There's that little question as well that we brought to you guys in regards to Petr Cech starting in the final. Will Unai Emery stick to his guns? Seemed quite upbeat in the press conference that came out today in regards to Petr Cech. He was talking about how Petr Cech plays the drums and speaks multiple languages and all that sort of stuff. So all good, all positive on that side of things. Do I expect to win this game? Our firing power up top lets me believe that we can win this game. Our defence, however, makes me think twice about the chances of us winning this particular game. It will be an extremely difficult game, do not get me wrong, but as previously mentioned, the boss is made for this particular competition. I do hope he can deliver that result that we all want. We can have a fantastic parade in North London and parade the trophy, etc. Celebrate getting back into the Champions League, which will be a great achievement for the club and a first season for Unai Emery. So essentially Unai Emery's season is in the balance depending on what happens in this particular cup final. So as usual guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.